I'm going to use, this is Tawny Rose. That's going to be used for his nose. And I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So we're going to add this to slightly colour his nose. Has a tiny split in it as well. Can you see it? A tiny split, I don't think you can.
I'm zoomed right in, I can't see.
There. See it there? Tiny split. You'll see it more when I put the paint on it. And then we have here, we've got a little bit of Tangerine Dream. Now I'm going to use that so fine. Super, super, super light because it's really pigmented. And we've got Belgium Fountain. Glam and Glitz, that says. It's rubbed off and must have used it a lot. A little bit of Brisbane Bronze. Gorgeous colours. So first I'm going to add this orange tone. And this will be like an undertone. And I'm washing it, using it very wet. Just adding a little bit of colour. Kind of painting with the acrylic. I'm going to add this all over. It's just adding a little bit of warmth. This is Cosmopolitan and it's a bronze colour. This is going to help us add some shading to this gorgeous leopard. I'm just going to add that around the top and that top part of his head. In here. Now this is the Belgian Fountain. It's slightly darker so it can give me a bit more shading. Brisbane Bronze is again a little bit darker, more of a muddy colour, so that's going to give you even more shading. It's still got a little bit of sparkle in, a little bit of sparkle, so we can still have a bit of fun. I'm going to feed that in here around the eye as well, and around the nose. So you can see it was important to put that little touch of your brush to open that nostril, because we've just filled that in with that colour which has created that shading. A tiny bit in that little tiny little slit. Going to use a little bit of Mega White now because it has this white chin. You want to use it really thin, the tiniest of beads. And you sort of want to tap into it so it looks more textured. A little bit of white on the top of his ears. I'm going to put a little bit here, but very thin, because I don't want it really white, I just want it paler than it is. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't coloured his neck. Alright, so I need the tangerine green to add the warmth. I got carried away with his face. Has everyone still got the song in their head? I have. Yeah.
Well, I didn't until you mentioned it.
The circle of life.
There aren't even any leopards in the film.
I know. It's just because it looked like a lion. Oh, I need the white there, just under his eyes. And it is a little bit paler here and here. So we're just going to push that thin. A little bit of gold on his eyes because he's got that sort of yellow tone to his eyes. When you're using acrylic and acrylic paints, so this paper towel here has bits of acrylic liquid on it. When you go to use your acrylic paints, you need a new fresh piece because you don't want to wipe your brush off in that residue of acrylic liquid because it will basically mess up your paint. It'll go a bit chewy. Not very nice. I know I've got a new black somewhere. Umber. Like umbrella, umberinga.
Raw umber.
So I'm going to use some of the black. A bit of black, and we're going to go into the eye. And do all the black detail. There are some details under his eye. That you want to put in as well. I feel like I'm doing his eyeliner.
Bit of contouring.
Yeah. Well, we've done the contouring, now we're doing his eyeliner. Bit of eye makeup on there. I think I've gone a little bit too close to the white, so I'm just going to use my brush with a little bit of the acrylic liquid on and just rub that away a little bit, and it'll just dissolve and take off the paint without ruining anything. Let's do around his nose, add a little bit more definition. Right, a little bit inside his eyes. His eyes? Not his eyes. His ears. And then under here. I'm going to use this brown now. I'm going to water it down. All I'm going to do is add a little bit of shading with it. So I'm really going to water it down so it'll suck and soak into the acrylic. Now I'm doing tiny little lines here just to add a bit of texture. When you're adding in little lines like this, make sure your paint is really watery. I need to add a pupil. I've got platinum white, which is a sparkly white. It's more pearlescent. I'm going to do a white dot here. I'm going to take some of the gel top coat now and put it on the eye. Pop that in. I'm going to use a little bit of this white and add some little tiny white lines here, making it look a bit more fairy. I'm using the shiny white because I don't want it as intense. And a little bit down here. And a little bit here. I do need to put a little bit of more of that top coat on there. Pop that in there. What I'm going to do now is add a little bit of the top coat to the pink part of his nose. Now for the pièce de résistance, this is the best bit because we're going to add the dots. Now it really does look like a leopard.
So how come leopard print has like, is that curved?
God, the big when it comes bigger.
Oh,
Right,
it's got
on-
the bits right
Yeah.
under, so the face is just kind of a bit spotty. It's got a few blackheads.
Got a bit of acne going on. Yeah, so as we come down his neck, I've done the bigger print. So what we sort of generally see as a leopard print. But they are a lot smaller on the face and just appear as little dots. Just doing some little tiny white lines on his ears. Just as little sort of hairs. The last thing I'm going to do is finish off by filling this section with crystals, because obviously it needs a bit of crystal. So I'm going to add the crystals using the Aquagel. It's cleared here. Oh my god. There we are. These ones are crystal.
P.
I don't think they're called that.
We'll find them.
We'll put the link below. Don't forget, I get like the first batch of things. So using gel residue wipe off solution on my brush, I can press this.
Ooh.
I'm going to go all the way around. Then we're going to top coat just on the Aquagel. So I'm going to take some of that on a brush, do those tiny parts that I can't quite get into with the brush from the bottle. Clean up anything that's on the skin. So I've got gel residue wipe off solution on the brush to clean up. I'm going to sprinkle those stones. Make sure they all fit inside that gap. I'm going to press them into the Aquagel. Pop that into the lamp for me. I'm going to finish with a little bit of cuticle oil. I like him because he's a little bit sparkly as well.
Glamorous.
He's going to the festival.
He's not going to catch much stuff because they'll see him coming with all his sparkles. He might go hungry.
Yeah. Well, people give him food because he's gorgeous.
Wow. I'm impressed myself. I really like
It's
it.
amazing.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful.
So yeah, guys, hope you've enjoyed that video of how to create a 3D and a bit of hand painted there leopard. A real leopard, for real. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video, so please keep watching. Bye bye.